Welcome to Rants with Ray. My name is Rayniecemitchell for all who are new here. Um, Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing amazing. Um, y'all, I did not feel good yesterday. When I tell you, I felt so like just horrible out of nowhere, like sick out of nowhere because I woke up feeling fine. But like later on within the day, well, not even in the day, like later on that morning, I felt worse. I mean, like horrible. And then it just got worse and worse and progressed out of throughout the day yesterday. And I kind of feel it a little bit today, but it's going out, which is why I wasn't on here yesterday. That's why I'm speaking on that. But before I get into that, welcome in, everyone. If you are new here, hello, how are you? I'm glad to have you. Also, cheers to having 600 followers now, y'all. We have reached 600 subscribers, and I'm so excited. So, hello to everyone that is new here. If you don't know already, I have my ebook called The Number One Guide on How to Stop Smoking Weed. It will totally bless you. It will not only break the spirit of addiction off of you, but it will help you navigate and find the things that are laying dormant within yourself, that is making you believe that you need weed to cope, and also get you closer to God throughout that entire process. It will like completely bless you, okay? You can find that in my community board or in the description box after the video. Now, this this message, I'm going to have like a couple messages that I dropped today since I didn't get on yesterday. But I wanted to speak on if you have been going through intense warfare, if you have been being attacked in your body or in your mind. I just want to bring some encouragement because I myself was going through some different things. Like I was saying, earlier in the video yesterday, I was not feeling good. And it's so crazy because I did not wake up like that. I did not wake up like that. I woke up feeling totally fine, right? And it kind of carried on into today, but definitely I don't feel anywhere like how I felt yesterday. But when I was praying about it, it felt like a spiritual attack. It did not feel like something that was normal. It literally felt spiritual, and because I literally was fine. It literally came out of nowhere, and what I was getting in my spirit is that the enemy is mad. The enemy is upset that you have broken a lot of chains, that you have broken a lot of the evil covenants and evil agreements that were tied to your bloodline, whether it be from people in present day in your family or people that came before you that passed on, whatever the case may be. The enemy is mad because you have broken a lot of strongholds off of your family. And, you could be experiencing a heightened and intense process of just continuous warfare, continuous setbacks, and it can make you feel like, you know, why are these things happening if I'm doing what God has asked me to do, if I'm being obedient, because like I said yesterday, I was sick, wasn't feeling well, like I felt the attacks in my body, and then today it was like I was being attacked in my mind. And I want to say definitely during this process, make sure you journal, you guys. When I tell y'all journaling has really, really like just blessed me because what the journaling does is whatever you're feeling in your spirit, the journaling will get that out. Like it's such a interesting process because I mean I know people say it and it can sound cliche, but no, like for real, this morning. I don't know what I was going through in my mind, but I was like, God, I'm mad. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad. Why am I not where I want to be? Why since I've started following you, it seems like everything has just gotten worse. Like, what is going on? This is really frustrating to see, people that have started after me, getting further than me, or just seeing people, get far. I'm happy for people, excelling and being successful. But, you get to a point where you're like, okay, God, when is it going to be my turn? Because I just feel like since I've been following you, things just have gotten really bad. I get that we got to go through long suffering, but when are things going to change? When is it going to be time for me to win? And I had to really journal and share my truth and really, just put my heart out, right? Put my heart onto a piece of paper when really it was me speaking to God, because I didn't have the strength to pray in that moment. And a lot of times you're not going to have the strength to pray, but God knows our heart. And when you are honest, when you are true, when you express how you feel to God and you keep it all the way 100, you let God know how you feel. God will come through and speak to you, whether that be through another human being, another individual, or he may use a video on YouTube that speaks directly to you and your situation, or he may lead you to a passage in the Bible, or somebody may text you out of the blue. God can use a plethora of things in different ways to speak with you, right? And after I had got done journaling, God had led me to a video on YouTube by, what's her name? I think her name is Show You What's Real. And it was like, what was the title of the video? I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm having a brain fart. But basically, the title of the video was like, you're becoming unrecognizable to people in your hometown. Things are getting ready to change. And like, soon as she started the video, it was like, you haven't been doing all of this for nothing. God is getting ready to bless you. You can be feeling overwhelmed or feeling like, why haven't things, like, am I doing all this in vain? And I thought it was so just interesting, because I'm like, this was literally how I was feeling, because it was like really out of the blue, y'all. I'm like, why am I feeling like this? And it just, first, it was a physical attack yesterday. Then it was an attack on my mind and on my heart today. And it's confirmation that I know I'm getting close to something. I know I've already broken some things, and that's the tea for you guys as well. You've already broken some things, right? And now you're getting ready to experience the fruit of your labor, experience the fruit of your long suffering. And the enemy wants you to curse God before you pass the finish, before you past the threshold, before these blessings are released to you. He wants you to either sin or curse God so you can delay your own process. And it's so important in this time to not fall for the trap, okay? Do not fall for the trap, no matter how bad you want to, which is why I mentioned the journaling, because what the journaling will do is help you get out those negative feelings. The journaling will help you understand how you feel. It'll help you see the things that have been laying dormant within yourself. It'll help you also, it'll help you understand, okay, what is going on and why it's going on in certain aspects, right? And it'll allow God, as you get those things out onto paper, get those emotions out onto paper, and empty out your vessel, empty out your mind, empty out your heart, and get all those emotions out. It'll make room, it'll make space for God to be able to pour into you the truth. It'll allow God to pour love into you and really minister to you in that moment when you need it most, because again, the enemy, he cannot stop what God is doing in your life, but he can corrupt you to delay the blessing, right? And I just wanted to get on here to encourage somebody because I know you may feel like, what is going on? Why aren't things moving how I want them to move? Or why are things delayed? Or why am I going through so much warfare? And you're going through a lot of warfare because you have broken a lot of chains. You have broken a lot of strongholds off of your bloodline, and the enemy is mad. The enemy is upset. Okay, that's really what it is. And the more you the more you what is the word I'm trying to say? The more you chase after God, the more you get closer to God, the angrier the enemy is going to get, right? And you have to know that everything has to come to an end. So if you've been in a season of long suffering, if you've been in a season of being in the wilderness, you are getting ready to break through. And I know you're probably tired of hearing that because I'm tired of hearing it. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it too. But we have to stay faithful until the results that we want to see come. Cause I'll be darned if I sound like a country person. But no, seriously, I'll be darned if I went through all of this mess and I've done all this inner work and just like completely changed from who I used to be to now to go back to who I used to be before I started walking with God. And not saying I'm perfect, but not going back to the same things that held me hostage just because I feel like God isn't moving when I want him to move. Because literally, right when I got down on a piece of paper, like when I was journaling how I felt, God was able to speak to me. Because when you're angry, it blinds your vision. It's hard for you to even hear God clearly when you are angry and upset and and you just are in a mood, right? And when you're able to journal and get these things out, I'm telling you, it will make room for God to speak to you and speak life into you and pour into you and refill your cup, because what you don't see is that God is getting ready to do something so major for you. So major for you. And it took a lot for me to even get on here and make this video because, I was even getting to a point where I'm like, I don't want to make no more videos until I see something huge. Like, I don't want to make it seem like God hasn't been blessing me, because God has been blessing me, but it's like, where are the big blessings? Where are the big moves, God? Like, where's the things that, you promised me? And I just knew that was an attack from the enemy, because it's like, at the end of the day, regardless of if I see something moving, God is always moving, y'all. God is always moving on our behalf, even when we cannot see it. And we cannot allow the enemy to play with our mind, to play with our hearts, to use the illusions of our situations to throw us off the path and make us stop believing, make us stop doing what's right. Because at the end of the day, if you stop now, you're going to have to start over and go through the process again. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm done doing that. Like, and I know I can't go back to the world doing things my way and my will and my time, because every time I would do it, nothing would last. Like, the stuff would never last long. It never would last long. Seriously. I'm being so for real. And I'm now at a point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait on God. And it can get hard during the wait. It can get hard waiting. It can. But it's important to make sure you are getting closer to God in that process, chasing after him even more. And I know it sounds cliche. I know it sounds like, ugh, I don't want to do that. But when you do that, it allows God to really pour into your heart in such a special way, to allow him to speak with you. And everybody's situation is different, right? So whatever you're going through, God will speak to you and what you're needing in that moment. And you got to know that you're so close, which is why the warfare is so intense. Seriously. Like, even though I'm waiting on certain things to come through. It's like I was telling God this morning when I was journaling, like, I'm ready to give up. I'm ready to say, screw this and do what I know will work. Even if it ain't right, I'm like, I'm ready to do it because I'm ready to do stuff my way. And I had to really check myself because I'm like, nah, I know I know God ain't gonna leave me like hanging. I know God wouldn't make a fool of me. And I know it was like, even though I wanted to give up, it was something in me that just kept pushing me forward, that won't allow me to give up. And I knew that was the Spirit of God pushing me because I'm so close. We are so close. It's not just me. You guys are so close to this breakthrough that you have been praying for, which is why it's so hard. And I don't know why. I don't know why. God like to wait till the last minute when we ready to give up to show up. I don't know why he like to do that. I think he just be testing us to see, like, is you really with me? Is you really with me? But he will wait till the last minute and he will show up right before you about to give up. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. If he ain't come with the video that I had seen this morning, I was like, I'm about to just throw in the towel. Cause I'm not feeling good. What, like, stuff I'm waiting on is getting pushed back. God, where are you at? Cause I'm getting irritated. And that's the thing. Like, you gotta be real with God. You gotta start really being 100% honest, because if you try to pretend and be fake and act like you're not mad when you're really mad, or you know act holier than thou, you gonna become bitter, angry. You gonna grow bitter and old, and look, I'm spiteful. And you ain't gonna even see it. I don't got time for that. I be having to let God know right then and there, look, I ain't feeling this. I'm not feeling this. You got to come talk to me, cause come and talk to me, cause I really wanna give up. Come and talk to me, hey, cause I'm about to throw in the towel. Come and talk. No, seriously, cause I really was like this morning. I don't know, and I could tell, like, now that I'm out of that moment and I'm out of those emotions. It's crazy because I can look back and be like, what was going on? Because I just was so angry for no reason. Like, I don't want to say no reason, but it just came out of nowhere. And it just was like, I know this is nothing but the enemy, because I was totally good before this. First I got sick, then, and that's another thing. You got to check your thoughts and make sure, are these my thoughts or are these the enemy thoughts? Because if you start feeling some way out of nowhere, now granted, sometimes we can have things laying dormant within ourselves that the enemy can poke at, but you also have thoughts that the enemy will put in your head to make you believe that God has given up on you, or isn't there with you, or has forsaken you. And it'll really mess with you, especially if you're at a weak moment. And that's what the enemy likes to do. He likes to kick you when you're already down. So I told y'all I already wasn't feeling good. And then the enemy started like placing thoughts in my head and just making me feel a certain way. And I had to, like I said, I didn't have the strength to pray. Like I said, a quick little prayer, like, God, please just help me. But, not like a long drawn out prayer. And I just was journaling. And you got to find a way, an outlet or something that you can use that, you can use as an outlet in those times where you don't have the strength to pray, right? Because there are going to be times where you so angry, you got to just talk regular to God, like, nigga, where is you at? What are you doing? What's going on? Because I don't understand. And God will meet you where you're at, y'all. God will meet you where you're at. And I just, even though I'm being silly, I wanted to get on here and give y'all some encouragement, because I know I'm not the only one going through this, right? And I know that hard times don't last forever. And, even if you've been in a season where it seems like it's been continuous setbacks, or just obstacle after obstacle, or you feel like you've been being blocked on in every avenue, you know, in every space, get ready, because for every area that you've been attacked, that's the area that you're about to experience overflow in. Hear me. Hear me loud and clear. For every area that you've been attacked in, that is the area that you are about to experience like extreme overflow in. So whether it's been your health, whether it's been your finances, whether it's been your transportation, whether it's been your relationships, or your finances, or your mental, or even if it's been all those things at one time, God is getting ready to bless those areas in such a way that it's going to literally blow your mind, okay? And the enemy wants to give you to throw in the towel right before the breakthrough. Do not fall for it. Do not fall for it. If you're having a bad day or having a bad moment, it's okay. God understands. But don't allow that bad day or that bad moment to allow you to throw in all the hard work that you've put in thus far. Don't turn around and go back to the old habits that you used to do or resort to. Don't don't resort back to the things that God has set you free from. Don't resort back to the old ways, the old habits, the old ways of thinking, because you're so close and you don't want to repeat the same cycle from a lesson that you've already learned, right? So know that the intensity of the warfare is a direct confirmation that you are closer than ever before. And I know that seems like crazy, but it just is what it is. When you get on this journey with God, it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. But it's always worth it in the end. And I want you to know you're not alone. I love you, but God loves you so much more. And journal, 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 journal. When I tell y'all this journaling every day has really been blessing me, it's like not even funny. Because I'm telling y'all, this morning I was just like, I don't even want to make no more videos. Like, I don't know what was going on, y'all. Like, I really was like, I don't want to do nothing until I see some money. It was crazy. And I can laugh about it now because I just was like, God, I'm used to making this much. I'm used to being able to be independent. If you don't make a move, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do another thing until you do something for me. And I really had to like get it together. I did. I had to get it together. And I could share that with y'all because I'm like, that's why I always say I'm not perfect. I am not perfect, and I am not a preacher, okay? I am just a vessel being used by God, being obedient, and sharing my personal time that I have with God with y'all. And God knows we not perfect. As soon as I like bared my truth out and was just like, I'm disappointed. Like, why? I'm ready to see some movement in my life. Because if I don't see some movement, I'm about ready to give up on you, this walk, this talk, and I'm about dead for real. And God was just like, I hear you. I hear you, baby. I got you. Just chill out. Just relax. Just chill out. Simmer down. Simmer down. I got something for you. And God had literally blessed me with the spirit of, like, because at first I was angry, and just disappointed, kind of sad. I went from all those negative emotions to like, okay, feeling, at peace, having joy, and just finding the gratitude in everything that God is doing. And he had led me to a video, like I said, by Show You What's Real. I need to try to find it, go through my history, and then repost it for y'all so y'all can watch it too. Um, it literally spoke right to me and my situation. Even how she was in the book of Proverbs, and God has me in the book of Proverbs right now. And just so much came to me in that moment. And I knew God was speaking directly to me because I didn't even want to watch no video. I'm like, I don't want to watch no video. I don't want to watch no video. I want to see results. And God was like, turn on that video right now. And when I turned on the video, I was so grateful because soon as I turned on the video, she was speaking right to my spirit. And I haven't watched her in a while, so I knew it was nothing but God. And yeah, you guys, I just want to tell you, if you're thinking about giving up because of the warfare or because of the intensity of like the setbacks, or just seeing other people surpass you, you know, just I'm here to encourage you, okay? To send you some love, to let you know that your time is coming. And the first shall be last and the last shall be first. You've been in a long season of suffering. You've been in a long season of being the underdog, of trying and then failing and failing, or feeling like you're failing. But all of this has been a part of your process to cultivate you into who you are right now, to cultivate you into who you are today, because for where you're going, you are going somewhere. Hold on, y'all. My nose is like doing the most. For where you're going, God is, you had to go through these things because you're going somewhere where people of great stature will be. You're going somewhere with people that are of very, very high status, very prominent people. And all of the experience that you have will be able to set you up and propel you forward. And it's going to, the experience that you have is going to help you in this next season. Now, I don't know exactly how it will help you because everybody's experience is different, but all these experiences will somehow play a part into how it will help you navigate this next season. And it's so crazy because it's reminding me of anime. My favorite anime is Naruto, right? And I always loved how in Naruto, every single obstacle that this man has been through, every single person that he has met on his journey, somehow, like later on down the line within the show, it would be beneficial. Whoever he had helped at once upon a time, like would end up helping him in a later situation or recognizing him and helping him to get past something in a later situation because he had helped them in their time of need. And what God is saying is, you, all these setbacks or all these situations that may have looked like setbacks or looked like delays or looked like opposition has been to cultivate you and grow you and prune you, and you're going to see the benefit of all these different situations, all this warfare. You're going to see the benefit of it once you get to this next season and you have all of this experience under your belt. And I know, you know, it could be still a little frustrating because you want something right now, but you have to keep moving forward. You can't give up now because whoever I'm talking to, you have made it way too far to turn back around and revert back to what you used to do. You've made it too far. You've made it too far. And just because you're having a tough moment or a tough day or a bad day does not mean you have a bad life, okay? And it's so important to make sure we keep control over our emotions and don't allow our emotions to trick us out our spot. Because our emotions can be very fleeting, okay? Y'all see how I was telling y'all how I was feeling earlier and then now I'm all feeling silly. God will bring you peace. God will bring you joy. God will bring you comfort within the storm. And you have to know that the storm does not last forever. And you're getting ready to experience the fruit of your labor. And I know you probably, like I said, tired of hearing that, but you got to keep making sure you're putting that in your spirit so you don't become bitter. You don't become angry with the process. Because the process is everybody's process is going to be different, but I will say the intensity of the process usually it is a direct confirmation of how big the blessing will be also. Because you've went through a lot. Whoever you are, you've been through a lot. And you're going to be blessed a lot too. So keep this word in mind. Of course, take me back to God. Take this word back to God and make sure it's for you. But know that you have major things that are coming to you. And the enemy wants to attack you in every way possible. He wants to attack your health. Because then once he weakens you physically, then it'll be easier to weaken you emotionally and mentally. And then once you get weakened emotionally and mentally, it's super easy to attack your spirit, to attack your willpower. So, because that's literally how it happened to me. I literally was on fire these past few days because I can feel like God is getting ready to do so much. And literally, I kid you not, I ended up getting sick the next day. Then the sickness had worn me down. And then the enemy started attacking my mind. Like, oh, you ain't here yet. You ain't doing this yet. You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. And then I'm like, well, God, the enemy do kind of got a point because I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that. And then my heart got a little weak. I'm like, you know what, nigga, I'm about to just throw in the towel. Y'all, I know God got a sense of humor because the way I be laughing, it just be like, Lord, I know you got to be some type of funny. But no, um, it literally was like a process. First, he weakened me physically, then emotionally and mentally, then my spirit. And I'm just glad that God was able to restore my peace, restore my joy. And it was the second I was able to be honest about how I felt. So make sure you're being honest about how you feel. Even if you're angry with God or disappointed with God, be honest about it, y'all. Because when you honest, because God know how you feel anyway. God know how you feel anyway, whether you decide to state it or not. But he gonna wait on you to state it before he tries to, put you on game, put you on. So once I journaled everything, let me go to it because I know y'all probably be like, girl, you lying, you ain't journal nothing. We ain't see nothing in no journal. No, I'm just playing. But no, hold on. Let me just show y'all. You see this? Let me show y'all today. Like, yeah, once I journaled, it was like all those negative emotions went right away. And I felt so much better. I felt so much better. And I was like, God, thank you, because I was feeling like I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, y'all. And I feel a lot better. And I pray that this can help somebody else feel better. And I'm not just telling you so you could feel good. I really feel deep in my spirit like God is getting ready to bless you. Whoever this video is for, this is for my people that have been going through it for a while, who have felt like you have been in the wilderness for a while, who feel like you take 3 steps forward and always get pushed 30 steps back. This is for you. You're getting ready to be in a winning season where everything you touch will prosper. Everything you're involved in will prosper. You're walking into a yes season where everything will be yes, 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 or successful. So, and before God had to bring you to allow you to get to that point, he had to make sure that you were ready. He had to make sure that you would steward it well, that you would be grateful for it, and that you would do the right things once you got in this position. And because you went through this long season of long suffering, he knows that, you're not saying you'll be perfect and you won't mess up, but you'll be a lot more careful with this season because you ain't gonna want to go back to how this season was, which is why you're gonna steward this next season well. Okay, so God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers, and that's why you're gonna have some of the biggest blessings. Okay, so I love y'all. Like I said, if you haven't already, go and get my ebook, The Number One Guide on How to Stop Smoking Weed. If you or you know anyone is addicted to weed, this ebook will totally bless you. It will break the spirit of addiction off of you, and help you find the things laying dormant within yourself that is making you believe that you need weed to cope, all while getting closer to God during this process. So, and you'll be able to find the link to that in my community board or in the description box after the video. But that is it. That is all, you guys. I'm going to get back on here. I'm going to let my phone charge a little bit. Then I'm going to get back on here for the word that I was supposed to drop yesterday, which is a really good word. So, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace.